news, everyone.
If you ever have anything you want me to talk about, make sure you hit up that Discord, and there's a channel for the news if you want to drop whatever articles in there, and I will go ahead and talk about them. This first one is an eyeball planet. This is an interesting one. Eyeball planets spied by the James Webb Telescope might be habitable. Obviously, that is just an insane looking planet. Oh yeah, only 50 light years, man. It's barely far away. Okay, so let's check it out. The James Webb Telescope, or the JWST, has found a distant world discovered several years ago. Could be an eyeball planet with an iris-like ocean surrounded by a sea of solid ice, making it a candidate for a potentially habitable planet. Where is it located? It's in space. The exoplanet called LHS 1140b was first discovered in 2017. Initially, it was thought to be a mini Neptune swirling with a dense mixture of water, methane, and ammonia, but new findings accepted for publication in the Astrophysical Journal Letters and available on the pre-printed server suggests that the planet is icier and wetter than the scientists thought, which means it could support life. What area of Space Jesus? What area is Space Jesus? I don't know who Space Jesus is, but of course, of all current known temperate exoplanets, LHS 1140b could well be our best bet to one day directly confirm liquid water on the surface of an alien world beyond our solar system. This would be a major milestone in the search for potentially habitable exoplanets. Located 50 light years from Earth, LHS 1140b is roughly 1.73 times wider than our planet and 5.6 times its mass. It is tidally locked to its host star. This means it rotates at the same rate as it orbits its star, keeping a 2,500 mile or 4,000 kilometer melted ice fixed on the cosmic fire beyond a close orbit with its star. 1 year for the planet is just under 25 Earth days. That's crazy. How can it support life like that? I think it's just thought that it could at some point. We'll see. I mean, I think because water. That's crazy though. The travel around the sun is 25 days. I guess because of how close it is. So I wonder, obviously, because like Earth is very far from the sun. I wanted to look up, so that way I was pretty correct. It's about 94.5 million miles away. This one is only 2,500 miles. So hopefully the sun is maybe really small or something. I don't know. It's presents the same side to its sun. Yeah, that's true. Actually, you're right about that, man. So it's gonna have extreme conditions depending on where you're on. Yeah, where you're at on the planet, right? Ocean on one side, Arctic on the other. Maybe that's why. Oh, that's why it's. I wasn't even thinking about it, but that's why it's like this, right? Because this is the side that's always facing the sun, I bet. And this is the side that part melts because it's always on that side. Oh, that's crazy, dude. That's actually kind of interesting. I mean, it's all pretty interesting, but if LHS 1140b's stars were a main sequence star like the sun, an orbit of this distance would boil it. Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking. Boil its oceans and making completely uninhabitable. But because it's a cooler red dwarf, this short distance places the planet right in the middle of the Goldilocks zone, the perfect distance from its star for liquid water to exist on the planet. To study the exoplanet, the researchers used the James Webb Space Telescope, near-infrared imager, and slitless spectrograph which enables the telescope to access the planet's contents as light from its star passes through the planet's hypothetical atmosphere to reach Earth. By looking at the wavelengths of light absorbed, the astronomers spotted signs of nitrogen, a key ingredient in Earth's atmosphere. Separate calculations also revealed that the planet isn't dense enough to be made of rock. Taken together, these results seem to rule out a rocky or mini Neptune world in favor of one encased in an icy sea. I was going to say salt. Let me finish out these last two here. While most of the planet could be frozen solid, the researchers noted that the Iris side could reach 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius on its surface, warm enough to create a habitable pool of marine life on the frozen world. 68 degrees is actually very nice. Detecting an Earth-like atmosphere on a temperate planet is pushing Webb's capabilities to its limits. It's feasible. We just need a lot of observing time. The current hint of a nitrogen-rich atmosphere begs for confirmation with more data. We need at least one more year of observation to confirm that LHS 1140b has an atmosphere, and likely 2 or 3 more to detect carbon dioxide. That's super cool, though. Yeah, this is a really interesting, planet. When I first looked at it, I was like, that's really cool. That's really interesting. And then the more I've just gotten to read about it, I've been way more interested. I saw the headline for this one and I was like, bro, that's funny. But also, if you guys have never seen the absolutely wild, I think was it like actually like a show, or was it just the CDI games I'm thinking of, where he does the whole excuse me. But apparently Link is going to be playable in the new Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Bro, I can't believe that they're like they can't even give her one fucking game by herself. Just the show. I thought it was the show. What was that thing? He had to have done it in the CDI games too. It's from that terrible 90s cartoon. Bro, you don't have to say terrible. I thought it was just Zelda. Well, it was gonna be. Now it's gonna be both, apparently. It's not often that Link's gallantry is called into question, but today is one of those sad days. After 38 years of hogging the limelight, the hero in green has finally ceded the starring role to in the next Legend of Zelda game to Princess Zelda herself, who will be the playable protagonist of Legend of Zelda Echo of Wisdom. But mere weeks after her big moment was announced, it has been revealed that Link just couldn't help himself and is crashing Zelda's party, and he'll be playable in the game as well. The news has emerged from an ESRB listing for the game, rating the game E for everyone, and the ESRB noted that this is an adventure game in which the player assumes the role of Zelda as she attempts to dispel rifts throughout Hyrule and rescue Link. From a 3/4 overhead perspective, players explore various environments while fighting stylized enemies. The ESRB then dropped the bombshell: as Link players use the sword and arrow to defeat enemies, Zelda can use magic wand to summon creatures. Apparently like wind up knights, pig soldiers, slime for battle. This game looks really interesting. I think Vash was like, yeah, listen, I'm not that interested, which is fine. I'm cool with people just being like, yeah, it doesn't look like it's for me. Hey, you get to like what you like. But I thought the game looked pretty interesting, and it was an interesting take on the Zelda classics, by having Zelda not be kind of a person who's out there swinging a sword around. So you get to fight in different ways. In all seriousness, this is hardly a surprise. It doesn't necessarily mean Link will be playable for much of the game. Nintendo's announcement trailer of Echoes of Wisdom starts with a sequence in which Link battles some past soldiers on a quest to rescue Zelda and confronts Ganon in his early giant purple pig form. But then Link falls into a mysterious rift, setting up a role reversal in which Zelda must set off to rescue him. By far the likeliest explanation of the ESRB's notes is that the sequence of the video is a playable prologue. Indeed, there's a top-down view of Link's battle with Ganon that looks a lot like gameplay footage. Naturally, this hasn't stopped fans from concocting various other theories, including another cameo from Link at the end of the game, a dual protagonist setup, or even a New Game Plus mode starring Link instead of Zelda. Polygon has contacted Nintendo for comment and clarification on the extent of Link's playability in the game and whether or not he knows how to just shut up and be a good ally. That's awesome. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, definitely got to talk about it. Oh yeah, guys, I just saw this as well. Inaugural Olympics esports game 2025 will be held in Saudi Arabia. Not that I really cared about that. I didn't realize that we were getting Olympic esports games, which made me just a little bit confused. Apparently they're partnering with Rocket League, Street Fighter, and League of Legends. Okay, interesting. I mostly just wanted to bring this up because I was like, damn, did anybody know that there was about to be a Olympic esports games? And who's doing it? Who's putting this on? I just saw, oh yeah, I saw this and I was like, bro, what? Like they got like an official logo and everything for like the whole thing there. Earlier today, the International Olympic Committee announced that the first ever Olympic esports games will take place in Saudi Arabia in 2025. It is announced that the IOC revealed in its announcement, the IOC revealed that the Olympic esports game is a part of an organization's 12-year partnership with the National Olympic Committee of Saudi Arabia. However, the particular details for the Olympic esports games, such as its city, dates, qualifications for prospective players, and game titles, have yet to be hashed out. IOC and esports are the same? No, IOC is the International Olympic Committee, right? Yeah. That's just the Olympic Committee talking about esports. They're going to be putting on, you know, like an esports like thing, but it's like going to be in association with the Olympics. Because 25 is not an Olympic year. It's it'll be its own thing. Like it'll be like, you know how like the Winter Olympics is kind of like in an off year. It's in the you know, it's every, you know, like you get the Summer Olympics and then 2 years later is Winter Olympics and then 2 years later is summer. I think that they're going to try and do something like that, but they're going to do it like, so this one will be in between those two. I think that's what their plan is as of right now. Also, guys, we talked about this over a little while here. Skateboarding is in the Olympics. Yeah, man. I think the Olympics start at the end of this month. Check it out, man. Just keep an eye out. I've talked about the Alex Baldwin Rust situation, and they were going to be doing like a trial recently. Like they were going to actually be going to trial, and apparently it's getting dismissed after the prosecution is being accused of hiding evidence. That is not good. Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter trial was dismissed on Friday, bringing the lengthy legal saga to an abrupt and shocking end, according to the reports from NBC and other outlets. Gasps were reportedly heard and Baldwin sobbed as Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer announced her decision to dismiss the trial, which could have resulted in the actor being sentenced up to 18 months in prison for the fatal shooting of Rust cinematographer Halyna Hutchins in 2021. Sorry. Instead, Baldwin will walk free. The state is highly culpable for its failure to provide discovery to the defendant, Sommer said. Dismissal with prejudice is warranted. Told you prosecution felt really shady. I remember we were talking about this happening. Oh yeah. I vaguely remember, but it definitely seems a little shady, but it also Yeah, it's just sad that there's not going to be any kind of good resolution for the families and stuff like that at this point. It's just the guy just gets to walk free. I didn't have much that I was going to say about it. It's just, it is kind of some shit, and kind of the wrap up to this whole thing at this point. So yeah, I just wish I wish there would have been something. They could have gone through the full trial. Even if he gets a very light sentence or whatever, I feel like it should have just, it should have been seen to the end at this point. So haven't been following the case for a while. She got jail time. Did they? I don't know what ended up happening with anybody else. Honest Armor was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 18 months in prison. Yeah. So she did. That's crazy. But yeah, like I said, this is kind of the wrap up, you know, to this whole thing. And as you know, the one person said, just kind of a shocking and abrupt end. So unless there's anything like super crazy, we'll probably won't talk about Alec Baldwin, hopefully for at least a long while. So there's been a teaser trailer for a new Captain America movie. This is Captain America Brave New World. Chris Evans has moved on from the role, so they have Anthony Mackie picking up the role here. So interesting stuff. Oh yeah, also, who is the guy? Harrison Ford is taking over a role for what's that guy's name who passed away? Yeah, when William Hurt passed away a little bit. But yeah, so Harrison Ford is taking over for the character that William Hurt was. But yeah, let's take a quick peek here.
Wilson. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look.
They said lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position.
And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens?
Work with me, Sam. We'll show the world a better way forward.
Sir, your inner circle has been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to. What if it's a trap?
Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn.
You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
Ooh, a little Red Hulk there at the end, huh? Yeah, it is cool to see Isaiah Bradley, right? That's who it is, right? It's cool. I'm glad that they're working him in. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. I you know, not mad about it at all. But yeah, February 2025. It's pretty cool. Hopefully this will be kind of a good start back to Marvel making some decent films. Like this one actually looks like it. Like there's you know some Marvel-y stuff in there, but it also actually just kind of looks like a normal ass movie. So could be really cool. Yeah, this is nice. All right, let's get into these next two. These next two I'm gonna kind of go through, not super quick, but I'm gonna kind of move through them a little bit. So Richard Simmons, the iconic fitness guru, is dead at 76. Richard Simmons, he was kind of the fitness icon there for a little while. What is it, like the 80s, early 90s, something like that? As reported by THR, Simmons' rep shared that he passed away at his home in Los Angeles on Saturday, July 13th, which also happened to be one day after his birthday. Oh, that is really sad. I didn't know that. Even posted a message on his big day thanking everyone for the well wishes. Thank you. I never got so many messages about my birthday in my life. I am sitting here writing emails, having a most beautiful rest. Have a most beautiful rest of your Friday. Love, Richard. I think it's one of those things that I think he kind of got a lot of and only 76. Shelley Duvall was 75. Yeah. He kind of got like there was like a lot of almost like people kind of poking fun a little bit, but I think like in a way that he really embraced later on. And always had kind of like just a very positive attitude. And I think that kind of mentality is such a positive thing that, you know, is a great thing to take away from. Is people, you know, sometimes will sometimes try to bring you down or whatever. But, you know, having that positive attitude and everything, you know, it's a characteristic more people, you wish more people had. And I wish I had it myself, but it's one of those things. Just I think probably a very lovely person. Also, Shannon Doherty, star of Beverly Hills 90210 and Charm, passed away at 53. Doherty had been fighting breast cancer since 2015. I know Shannon Doherty very little. But I figured this was another one to kind of bring up. As reported by Variety, Doherty's publicist Leslie Sloan said in the statement that the actress passed away after a battle with breast cancer that began back in 2015. It is with a very heavy heart that I confirm the passing of actress Shannon Doherty. On Saturday, July 13th, she lost her battle with cancer after many years of fighting the disease. The devoted daughter, sister, aunt, and friend was surrounded by her loved ones, as well as her dog, Bowie. The family asked for their privacy at this time so that they can grieve in peace. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, cancer is one of those things that's it's just no joke. Yeah, let me take a little pivot here. It's always this is always those things when I'm like trying to move away from, you know, people passing away, because I always like to kind of talk about those things, but I also am like, then I'm like, all right, I got to go into some other thing, and you know, well, let's lighten the mood up a little bit, something a little bit goofier, some fun things. So there is a NBA rookie who is a first year basketball player in the professional league, has a Grand Theft Auto cheat code tattooed on his arm. I heard about this and I was like, that's funny. That's really stupid. That's funny. NBA rookie for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Terrence Shannon Jr. has a classic Grand Theft Auto San Andreas infinite ammo cheat code tattooed on his arm. Infinite ammo. Damn, I hope that's is it his shooting hand? I hope he's left-handed. Oh, it is his shooting hand. That is amazing. Yeah, so he's left-handed as well. So he's got the infinite ammo. So he's always stocked up. So I just like I said, I thought this was goofy. Could be better. I mean, it's whatever. I think it's one of those things where he's you know, it's one of those things. You're a fan, but you're also trying to think of how you can kind of roll it into your life and make it be funny. And I'm fine with whatever, right? Outside of that, I got a couple more. This next one is really, really cool, guys. So there is going to be a Terminator anime. I know you're like, bro, that doesn't sound that interesting. I watched the trailer and I was like, this kind of looks pretty fucking sick. And actually really fucking brutal. So I want to show you guys this trailer. Saw this. This looks sick, bro, right? So I want to show you guys this trailer for this. It is called Terminator Zero.
This isn't what you
That's right,
think
Netflix
it is.
as well.
You can't see it yet. But you've been on a collision course your entire life. There's no going back. Not really. It will never, ever stop. There's only one thing standing in between you and him. Me.
Sorry, we don't care about the stupid Netflix sound. Yo, that looks so good. Is this a legit anime or American? I think it's legit. Because they marked this as an English dub. It's directed by Masashi Kudo. I'm not sure though. It looks so good though. Oh my god, anime can do things right, bro. It looks so good and so brutal. The brutality is one of those things where I think that's one of those things that just works for animes. All right, so let's check out these last two real quick. This one is just kind of interesting. Disney says it's investigating a report of 1.2 terabyte hack of its internal documents. It's stuff that was stolen from the company's Slack channel, including information about upcoming projects, ad campaigns, company logins, and more. Why do you have that? Disney is investigating this matter, a company spokesperson said in a brief statement to THR on Monday. As reported by the Wall Street Journal earlier on Monday, a hacker group calling itself Null Bulge said in a blog post that it had published thousands of messages from Disney's internal Slack channels. The hackers say that the data they collected spans 10,000 channels, every message and file possible, including unreleased projects, raw images and code, some logins, links to internal API web pages, and more. This is insane. The problem I always have with this kind of stuff is you're getting a lot of people's probably personal information. Not really that. The contents from those messages have already started to make their rounds online, including alleged details about a sequel to Aliens Fireteam Elite and Fortnite x Disney collaboration. Null Bulge calls itself a hacktivist group and claims it focused on protecting artists' rights and ensuring fair compensation for their work. The group told a Wall Street Journal that it targeted Disney due to how it handles artist contracts, its approach to AI, and its pretty blatant disregard for the consumer. It added that it went directly to releasing data rather than making threats because it felt Disney would instantly lock down if it was made aware of the hack. That is interesting. I I can see where they're coming from, but pulling all that information and releasing it, I don't think is really helping the artists. So I don't know. List of all the live action remakes they're planning, bro. Yeah, probably. They do love themselves some live action. They are literally making a live action Lion King prequel. I was like, did they do, like, was this a thing before, like, or are they just, this is just a brand new movie that they're doing in live action? So crazy. So yeah, I just thought this is interesting. Just, I guess, beware when this stuff kind of comes out. Like, I don't know, I'm always, like I said, I'm kind of just wary of there being people's personal information in some of these messages and things like that. That's not necessarily cool. But it sounds like Disney hasn't confirmed that it is legit yet, so we'll see. Last one I want to go over is the definitive Batman Kevin Conroy praised for final performance in Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3. Kevin Conroy's final humorous performance as Batman in Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3 has been met with an outpouring of love and touching tributes from fans. The late actor voiced the Cape Crusader for the last time in a scene that saw him face off against Mark Hamill's Joker. After a rooftop fight between the two foes, Conroy delivers his final words as Batman, declaring, "I care, Joker, about Gotham, about justice, and if it had to end, at least I go out like this, being Batman." Damn, chills. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Kevin Conroy does the voice for a lot of the animated Batman stuff, but also some other Batman media as well. Definitely the definitive version. And he passed away, what, like a year ago, maybe a little more. And so this will be his final voice work as Batman. All right, that is going to go ahead and knock it out for the news. Appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out during it, and I will see y'all on the other side.